It's becoming clear to me that the older I get, the more I want to write about my parents. My parents were married for 22 years, and I never once saw them argue. Yet, somehow I wasn't surprised when I heard they were getting a divorce. My father was an honorable guy, gentle and ambitious, but when it came to emotions, very much the old New Englander, not inclined to get carried away. My mother wanted to get carried away. She was the one who left the marriage for another man, and when he left her, she fell into a huge depression. She drank too much, she took too many pills, and she died at the age of 57. When a parent dies that young, you want to save them, but you can't, except by writing about them. I began to imagine a kind of alternate life for my mother, one in which she'd never met my father, but some other man instead. I know this sounds a little scandalous to be dreaming this up for her, but in real life, my father, after the divorce, met someone else and was with her for 28 years. My mother had only those hard 10 and died alone. I look back and my first notes on all this are about 20 years old. I looked around, I did some research, I tried to learn about my mother's life. I don't know that much, but a pair of photos became a kind of guide for the book. Here's the first. My mother is the third from the left, standing between her sisters and their mother. And can there be any doubt about which girl is going to grow up to be the most passionate and sensuous? Jump forward a couple of years, and here's the second photo, taken in the backyard of the family house in Columbus, Ohio. That must be my mother's boyfriend, but does he look like the right kind of guy for my mother? And if the novel I was planning was going to fix anything, I had to come up with someone more dynamic. I struggled with a book, I tried to invent someone right, and then I came up with this guy. This is Camilo Cienfuegos, the Cuban revolutionary hero who's on the cover of the book. He was the most charismatic of all Castro's comandantes. And when I discovered that he had once worked in a New York City restaurant, he pretty much fell right into the book. Soon he was having an affair with the young American photographer Claire Miller. And this was entirely new for me. I'd never written about an historical figure before. In the end, I had my way with the story and pretty much took it where I wanted to. But the story also had its way with me, because Claire, who's supposed to be my mother, is swept up by the revolution and by Camilo and by everything that's happening to her in Cuba, and is swept into an emotionally charged life that even I could not have foretold when I started to write about the two of them. In the end, he has the chance to save her, and she has the chance to save him.